It shows that it's collective, but before it was all about like the US was in front. So
not really.
Not really.
Not really. The idea is that many of your European nations are actually much more willing to talk about the existence of extraterrestrial beings than many of the people in the United States. Because there are many fear-based systems that wish to keep the information from the public in the North American continent, of course, in other places as well. But there is actually much more openness in the European nations about the existence of such things as ourselves.
Thank you.
Well, I had nothing to do with it, thank you.
Okay. Can you also tell me something about my personal relations toward extraterrestrials? Or
well, again, you all have energetic connections in a variety of ways. The most common ones for most of you are connections to the Sirius system, the Orion system, the Pleyadian system, the Arcturus systems, and the hybrid systems, and the Greys, and a variety of other things. But it simply will be dynamically changing in terms of those connections. As you change as a person, you will make different connections, or allow some of them to be stronger than others at different moments as you need that information.
Thank you.
Of course, you are all connected to the ancient Anunnaki, because you're all hybridized to begin with.
Of course. Can you tell us something about intelligence and its role in our society, because how it was in the movie yesterday described that Grace took the path of just technology, and how this relates, what is the real meaning of intelligence and how it differs.
Well, as you are discovering as a society, there is mental intelligence and there is emotional intelligence and there is spiritual intelligence, and when you have a balance of all these things, then that's a true expression of the overall idea of intelligence. Otherwise, if you're only using pieces of that, you're dampening down the energies of the other expressions of consciousness and intelligence. You're not operating in a full and holistic way. So to understand how to blend and balance and integrate these things, that's really the mark of intelligence in a holistic expression. Does that make sense?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
And the last one thing, I come from city Bratislava, from Slovakia.
Yes.
And we have a UFO above our bridge. It's called UFO Bridge.
Oh,
and
all
it's
right.
like a restaurant. And I want to ask if it's coincidence. I want to ask if there was some like a plan when it was built. Like
there are no accidents. Everything is an orchestration in one way, shape, or form. And in the experience of having that location, it keeps people's brains and minds focused on the idea that there is something more than just what's going on the earth. So it acts, in a sense, as a bridge, literally, a connecting point to higher realms, hence the symbology.
Thank you very much, and for your energy.
Thank you.
Hello.
And to you, good day.
Can you tell me if there is any particular extraterrestrial civilization that I'm strongly connected to, and if there are many, if there is one that is stronger?
Why?
I just felt that I want to know this.
Why?
I guess it's something that is very difficult to figure out myself.
Why do you need to?
It makes me very curious,
Is that all? Just curious?
I feel it's important for me, but I don't know why.
You think it's important for you?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, because this is the first question that popped out in my mind.
All right, so we will ask a question first in return.
Okay.
If I tell you, what will you do with that information? How will it change your life?
I think I will try to make the connection I will realize it more.
And again, by realizing the connection, what will you do with that
I
realization?
will try to make it even stronger, maybe.
You just said the same thing again. The idea is, if we tell you and you make it stronger, what will you do with that? How will you use that connection? How will you use that energy? What will be different in the way that you do things in life? You can think about it for a minute. What will be the difference in your life if you know this?
I think I will know more of who I am.
But in what way? I have just told all of you that you all have connections to extraterrestrials and other dimensional beings and many different kinds of things. But what will the specificity do for you? How will knowing a specific extraterrestrial civilizational connection change what you do in life? Can you imagine what the difference would be? Can you describe what the difference would look like between this moment and the moment after you find out what the connection is? What will change?
I think that everyone is thinking that maybe one day we'll meet an extraterrestrial civilization.
Well, you are meeting one right now, you know.
Yeah, except you.
But what will be different for you?
And I think this can make the interaction to be closer in timeline speaking.
All right. Do you have a particular attraction to a particular extraterrestrial civilization that you already know about? Is there something about one of them more than another that fascinates you?
No, this is why I'm confused.
Well, there's no need for confusion just because you don't know which one you might be more strongly connected to. I'll ask the question this way. You are aware of some of the civilizations that I've already mentioned, yes? Sirius, Orion, Pleyadian, Arcturus, the hybrids, the grays. When we mention any of these, does any of those names spark anything in you? Do you gravitate to one more than another?
No, I don't feel that.
Then how do you know you need to know this? If you're not automatically attracted to one more than another, maybe you don't need to know this. Maybe it would only be information that would get in your way. How do you know that it's going to make a difference?
Well, even if I don't know, the thing that you told me that I don't have to know this, it helps me. So it's helped me anyway.
All right. Then perhaps the strongest connection is the you don't need to know civilization.
Yeah.
Did that clarify things for you?
Yeah, that makes me feel good.
Why?
Because it makes me feel like I'm on a good path.
So the idea that you were buying into, that the only way for you to really make the connections you need to make is to know this information now, is not something you have to believe in anymore, correct?
Yeah.
You can know that you can make all the connections you need to make and experience all the things that are relevant for you without necessarily having to know that one piece of information, yes?
No, I will let the higher mind do this job.
Say again?
I will let the higher mind do this job.
All right, very good. So does this help you?
Yes, it helps me. Thank you.
And we thank you for going through this process.
I just want to ask you one more thing.
Yes? Is this something else you don't need to know?
Maybe.
All right.
You should tell me.
Yes?
Is it true that there is a powerful energetic vortex in the geographical location called Romania?
There are powerful vortices in all sorts of places on your planet.
Is something special about Bucegi Mountains in Romania country?
Yes.
Can you tell me what's going on there?
Not a large one, but there is a temporary extraterrestrial underground place.
Which race?
You don't need to know that.
Okay.
Remember?
For other people that don't know, there's also an area
They
there.
don't need to know that either.
Okay. And is there anything that you could tell me that could help me?
Are you acting on your highest excitement to the best of your ability with no insistence on the outcome every moment that you possibly can in life? Yes or no?
This is something that I do, yeah. I fully
Then
do.
there is nothing else I need to tell you.
Good.
And
I just
there's
felt
nothing
that...
else you need to know.
That's great. I just felt that I want to ask you something because the excitement of coming here was huge. And with that excitement comes the idea that maybe this will lead somewhere and will help me with something.
Of course it will. And you'll find out exactly where it will lead you through the synchronicity that unfolds in your life.
And that's why I wanted to ask a question to you, because I was curious, what do I have to find out here in Prague?
But let me give you a little bit of a secret. You will actually learn more by making statements than asking questions.
Is it?
Do you understand? You open more doors within your mind by making a statement that you believe is true for you, because then you have the conviction that allows more information to be accessed by us and other beings. When you're asking questions, you're acting like you're not really sure you have the answers, when of course somewhere within you, you do. And therefore you're closing doors through which information can be accessed by yourself and by others. So you don't have to be excited about asking a question. You can be just as excited about making a statement that you believe is true for you.
Okay, let me reformulate. As you read my energy now, there is nothing else I have to know.
Oh, there's lots of other things you have to know.
Thank you for confusing me.
It may just not be my job to tell you.
Well, this is also a help anyway, so thank you very much.
One moment. I'm not done with you.
That's good to hear.
What place are you most attracted to in Prague?
Obviously this one.
At the moment, yes.
Yeah.
But after this?
I will go to see the Apple Museum. I heard that's I'm very attracted to technology and this kind of stuff.
You are attracted to technology?
Yeah.
Computers?
Yeah, computers, mobile phones, tablets, everything that's new.
I see. Why?
Why?
Yes, why? Why is that so attractive? What does it do for you? What state does it
I like
put you in?
innovation. I like everything new. I like everything about the future.
Yes?
Yeah.
All right. So, that feeling that you get when you think about, as you say, the future and the possibilities, yes?
Yeah.
Allow yourself to live in that energy now, and a lot more information will come to you. Yes? Because if you live in the energy now that represents the future to you, then the things of the future can manifest more quickly in the now.
Yeah.
Yes?
It's like the idea of teleportation, but I just teleport the future.
All of you are teleporting all the time. That's what happens when you shift through all the different billions of parallel realities per second. You're, in a sense, teleporting. So the idea is to know that that's going on, start to get closer to matching the frequency at which that happens, and you will start accelerating and bringing everything into the present moment that needs to be brought in terms of all the information it's relevant for you to know right now. You create the future here and now, rather than out there somewhere. Does that help?
I'm curious, why did you ask me about what place I'm passionate?
Because the state of being that you can create through that particular passion can accelerate you in exactly the way I just described.
By not thinking about the future.
By not thinking about the future, but creating the state of being that exists when you do think about the future, but bringing that state here into the present so that you can bring the future here in the present rather than thinking of the future as somewhere you have to go to.
Yeah. That totally helps, and
All right.
I hope also helps other people too.
Of course, everyone who needs to get something from it will do so. So you don't have to hope about it. You can know that whoever needs to get something from this is getting it. So thank you.
Thank you for being a professional, and thank for all the people that came here to see you.
And thank you as well. Good day.
Good day to you.